Hey everybody, I am here today just to show you some tags that I made. I don't like to throw away packaging and things like that because, you know, I do junk. So I make tags out of my junk. This is here just as an example of something that I did. This is packaging, and when I say packaging, I'm talking like this, for example, from a book of stamps. I'm not throwing that away. This kind of stuff, after you take out your goodies, you've got this perfect little card here. If you treat it right, it will make a great little tag or a card for you. Here's another one, for example. These are some journaling cards that I got from Irene, and I'm saving the packaging. This doesn't matter because you can cover it if you want. And I save all sizes. I have a big file box down below me, and I have all sizes. This all the way up to these big old honker ones. And, you know, again, it doesn't matter what's on it because you can cover it if you so desire. So I really don't have a process per se. You know, some people have said, what's your process? My process is I don't throw stuff away. So this is my lace and ribbon scrap box, which is empty for me right now because I just used a whole bunch of them. So there's a lot of little scrappy little things in here that I can use. That's one thing that I use. When I need a little bit more, I go to the old trusty box here. That these are, as you can see, about 1 foot long pieces here. So I have that. And I'm also a scrapbooker, so I have globs and globs of paper. This is about 1 inch thick, and I could not shut it before I started on these tags that I was making. And any paper I save because I can make tags, I can make altered banners, I can make paper clips, and again, I use them in my scrapbooking too. So, you know, some of them are really nice sized pieces of paper, so I don't throw those away. This for me is pretty empty. So when it gets full, that's when I start getting a little panicky. So what I do is I will cut this down to size, and usually what I do is if it's 2 inches across, then I will do 4 inches tall, because that just to me makes it look nice. Do I shoot myself in the foot if it's 1/4 inch off or 1/2 inch off? No, don't care. You know, it's junk and it was going to get thrown away, so I'm not going to worry about the exact measurements of it. So that's how I start, is I cut a bunch of packaging, and I will show you. I cut a bunch of packaging down to size. And where's those little pieces that I just had, because that would be perfect. And you know, I wouldn't cut that, even though it doesn't really go with what I just told you about my measurements. Don't care. I'd still use it. These are cool because they already have a little hole, but if you don't want a hole, cut that part off. Your trash gets condensed so much, and then it's so easy to recycle that little bit that you do have. This, for example, I would probably cut just because of the staple holes in it or something. But even those can be covered. So once you have a huge pile like I usually do, right now I don't have hardly any because I just did these, then that's when the paper comes into play, and you can back this part with some cool paper. And like, I would leave that. This little black part here, nothing wrong with that. I would leave that. It just adds a little bit of interest, I think. And if your piece isn't quite big enough to go over the whole thing, that's okay too, because you can collage things on there if you want, just to use up your scraps. I don't know if I'm in frame. Sorry. Yeah, I do that a lot too. I collage pieces on. Just anything to use up the scraps, and it really doesn't take very long. And you can use, this is just like little, like Post-it paper. This is some scrapbooking paper. This is really thin scrapbooking paper. I save dictionary pages because you can tear off little words and things. This is also some packaging that I just cut down because look, now I have a cute little tuck for a page. You know, you can just save all your scraps. They're wonderful. So that's what all of this is. I even have some cork in here, vellum, and I think they call that mulberry. I have all kinds of stuff that you can use to cover the back, to cover wherever the writing was, okay? And if you just want to use this part, say like so, then cut the rest off, because you're still, this little piece is bigger, or is nicer to recycle than this whole piece. That's the way I look at it. Sometimes your packaging will have that like a clear, shiny coat of something on there. You can still use it. This is a good example of that. You can still use it. What I do is I either take my finger, dip it in some gesso, and just cover it with some gesso, or even white acrylic paint will work. Or if it's just really covered in words, I'll do a double side scrap. I'll put scrap paper on this side and scrap paper on this side. But yeah, gesso and things like that work as well. So don't throw it away just because you think somebody can't write on it. After that, once I have just a basic card, this one has gesso on it. Can't really tell, you know, and it's a writing surface now, where it was that shiny stuff. Once I do that, then that's when I go to my little scrap box and I just pull things out. This was part of a card making kit that I had, and it said congratulations on there, but I didn't want that, so I just grabbed another tiny scrap piece of paper and stamped serendipity on it. And then I used scrap lace and trim here. That's it. Distressed it. I think it's really great. I've got a really nice tag here now. So that's what that is. And I'll just show you a few of the tags that I made, all out of trash. This is a Post-it note. This one is fairly plain, and this is, yeah, I backed this side. Another thing that you can do is, you know, just keep it kind of plain, because then, let's say you put it in a sewing journal, you can stamp or do rub-ons to, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Just to make it fit with the theme of whatever you're working on, if that makes sense. This came off of a pair of shoes. that is an excellent little card, so I didn't throw that away. And, you know, like I say, they don't have to be fantastically embellished. You know, a button here or there. This is some more gesso here, and then I have a lot of this cool paper, and oh, I love it because then you really don't need to do anything at all with that. It's gorgeous. This I kind of stole from Dolly. Ah, thanks, Dolly. I just tied two together. This is the packaging side, and see, packaging is really pretty these days. Why would you not want to use that? And then I just put some different little scraps of paper on the back. That's it. Here's another one. This is my friend Shayna gave me a whole bunch of like little trivia cards that already had a hole in them, so I just combined them. Look at that. Easy peasy. The Tsunami Rose flowers, sometimes they come in a big bundle. I cut them apart, and I've got little ones now. So this one, like I say, when I put this in a journal, I'll probably jazz it up some more, depending on the theme that I'm using. But, I mean, that's all it is. So I'll just kind of quickly go through some of these. This, how can you not use this cool packaging? How cool is that? So there was writing on this side, you know, who it was made by, etc. So I put a, what do you call it? An index card. And again, I've just covered up some of the writing and some of the seams. When I put it into a journal, and this will probably be some sort of like a travel or steampunk or something, I'll jazz it up some more when I get there. And here's another example of combining tags. And that's just a little cute one. These are some more of those flowers that I cut up. Having fun. This one, I don't know if I like it or not. It's kind of an experiment, but you know what? It's kind of cute. So there's a Post-it piece of paper there, and that is just a tiny scrap that I had. So hello, covered it up. And this, I backed the back where the writing was, and then on the front, instead of gessoing it, I put some scraps. These are from Shayna. She stamped some muslin. So, and some of these are really cute. All I did was just add some little bling for right now anyway. This was, you might recognize these holes, stickers that come in a packet, and you can put them in a little binder and flip through your stickers. The stickers were gone, but I still had the binding, and so how cute is that? I could run ribbon through these. I could put brads through these. I can use that to attach to a journal page or a scrapbook page. Anything that I can use, I'll use it. Scraps. That's all that is just scraps. And the packaging, like I said, it's just really pretty packaging. There's some more gesso. So, you know, why would you not use it? That was a big piece of packaging, probably from stickers or something. Let's cover that up. There's some neat packaging there. And this you don't need to gesso over because it is kind of rough. You can write on that easily. And I backed a photo that Holly gave me. And that's what that is. And I'll probably jazz this up when I put it in a journal, but that's some more of that stamped muslin. And this, I don't know if I like this or not. But you know, it's fun. This had the holes in it up here. If you are a scrapbooker or anything, you probably recognize, you know, they staple the plastic bag here. So I just left that, ran some ribbon through it, put another hole at the bottom, and now I have a little booklet for photo mounting or, you know, anything like that. That's pretty cool. And after I decide where they're going, then I can come into my bits and bobs box and I can embellish it some more. I've got the half pearls, I've got charms, got little tassel-y things. I have all sorts of little bits and bobs that I can use to embellish my tags even more once I figure out where I want them in my books or my scrapbook pages. So that's what I've been doing the last few days, and I made, just out of my scraps, I made over 60. And here's just a few of them. Like I say, some of them are very plain right now because I don't know where they're going. Some of them, the paper itself speaks for it, you know? So yeah, this was some really cool packaging. How cool is that? So yeah, that's just what all that is. So get out your glue gun, get out your Aleene's or whatever you use, and just go to town on this stuff. And if you screw it up, it doesn't matter because it was going to be trash anyway, right? So look at what you're doing to cut down on the trash that you throw away, the trash that ends up in the landfills. You're using all your scraps, all that expensive paper, and all those expensive goodies that you buy with that cool packaging. There's no reason now for you to throw it away. And you get all these wonderful tags. It takes a couple of days to cut everything and glue everything, but it's worth it. I have tags for days now. Hey, this is way longer than I was planning on it being, so thanks for sticking through, and you all have a great day. Bye.